Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew and today we're doing a bit of a different video. Well, it's not really a different video. Today we're going to be ranking all 6 standard 3-inch Godzilla vs. Kong Funko Pops. Only the 3-inch standard ones. So this means no giant sized, no pocket pops, no exclusives, doesn't matter what scale, and no classic lines, which means Kong Skull Island and the original Showa Heisei Godzilla based inspiration ones. So that means only these 6. I would count the flock one, but again, no exclusives. So we're only going to be doing these 6 that you see right in front of you. We're going to be mainly judging these by their sculpt and paint and how they just overall look and how they overall feel, their detail, and how good of a figure they are. So let's get on with number 6. Coming in at number 6, and I'm probably going to get a bit of heat for this, as if you're burning Godzilla, but it's the Battle Scarred Kong. Why? Well, I'm also going to go ahead and say that in terms of QC issues, this guy literally has none. He has no QC issues, and he's overall, I think, one of the most unique Kongs to ever be released, because I don't think there's been a Kong that has like the battle scar or whatever. I know the Playmates one doesn't count because that's battle damage they can remove, and plus it's on the arm, not here. So why is this guy at my least favorite spot? Simple. The competition is simply too tough for him. It is true that in terms of like stylistic choices, he's definitely really good, as he has the scars and he has the crane, which he never had at once, but it was in the same round, so I consider this the round 3 Kong. But it's also just due to the fact that like the beard, especially like on camera, kind of bugs me the most of the 3. While it's not as bad on the other 2. I'd say if this beard was a bit more less vibrant, then I think this probably would have been a much better contender, but it's still a really fantastic figure. One of my favorites, honestly. Also, I love the black guy, so it's just my least favorite of the 6, but personally not my favorite. One of my favorite pops, but not my favorite when you actually just judge the pops on their own. And for number 5, Mecha Godzilla. Which, oh boy, here comes all the heat. Look at this. I love the sculpt. The detail work is, I think it's probably the best. Heat Ray Godzilla is probably like a close second or tie. Nah, it's probably a close second. And it definitely has the best feeling. Like, it feels like a solid thing. Also, it's pokey as all heck. I love it. But my biggest problem is that it's its paint. It's so minimal. Now, I know that, he has some decent red on the tips of the dorsal plates all the way up to the tip of the tail, and he does have some of that red carried over to the eyes. But that's all you get. That's all you get in terms of color. The whole body is one big solid thing of gray, metallic, silver, and that's it. Aside from the red and silver, that's literally all the color. Mechagodzilla was more colorful than this in the movie, and I know you're going to say, oh, it's because of the price point. If they're able to pull off something like this in terms of color, for the same price and the same budget, don't you think they would have done the same thing with Mechagodzilla? Or do they think that Mechagodzilla just won't sell well? Which, of course, Mechagodzilla would sell well. He's the big baddie of the movie. He's the very thing they have to team up against. So, of course, Mechagodzilla would sell well. I don't know. I feel like Mechagodzilla should have had a bit more color to him. Then he probably would have ranked higher. But as he is now, he's sadly just not. But the detail does save him a bit, though. But like against the other pops, he definitely has some balancing issues for sculpt and paint. Number 4 is going to be the Battle Ready Kong. Now, it makes this Kong a bit better than Mechagodzilla and the Battle Scarred Kong is that, for one, the beard isn't as noticeable as his Battle Scarred version, and that's something I really like because it blends a bit better. Also, I just think that I like having a Kong that's standard, you know? I guess it's because I'm not used to having Kongs with the cranes, but I like my Kong like this. You know, if that makes any sense? Because if I have like a Godzilla that's just standard to him, he doesn't need the weapon. But then if I have, like, say, an Atomic Blast version, then yeah, I need a weapon. So, also, truth be told, I just think that this guy's also slightly better painted. Now, I know what people are going to say, but the paint is just so. It's the same. Well, look at the battle scar here. You can see there's like a bit of missing paint in there versus something like the teeth, especially on the teeth like right here. I guess it's just because the blue wash they gave him on the teeth, it's a bit more better in my opinion. So I would say that um, it was kind of a close one. I was kind of considering doing a tie and Mechagodzilla actually above him. But I think that just Mechagodzilla kind of loses to Battle Ready Kong in terms of paint variety. All this is painted, it is, but it's just not variety, you know? It's just one solid color, that's it. Kong actually has some color to him aside from just two colors, so that's kind of where I think that he excels above him. So that's kind of why. Number 3 is going to be the Battle Axe Kong. Now, the Battle Axe Kong kind of has the same issue as the Battle Scarred Kong, where the beard is a bit noticeable. But where this guy really shines is the other predecessors is that even though him and Battle Scarred Kong do share the same problem, I would say that he has the best application in terms of the variety, because not only do you have orange, you also have bone white, slight green, gray, blue dry brushing here, and then you have blue on the dorsal fin axe, and then you have his standard beard color. So he really shines the best. I guess it's because I'm a sucker for vibrancy, but again, the dorsal fin axe is painted like trash in my opinion. I'm not a fan of it. I feel like they should have done like Godzilla dorsal fin like this. This would have been better. But this ain't bad in the grand scheme of things of how much it. Well, also he features like really a loose head swivel, but he himself is not bad in the grand scheme of things. He's the best Kong in my opinion. Although the flocked version of him might be a tad bit better. Actually, no, he's probably way better. Minus the scarring on him. Scarring on him kind of sucks. But honestly, that's it. But yeah, that's Battle Axe Kong for you. You guys can already tell where this is going, but number 2, the OG Godzilla. And I gotta say this. Wow. What an amazing figure. Because the detail work is amazing, the sculpting work is amazing, the dry brushing and painting is amazing, color is amazing. Everything about this is amazing. They did all they could with this Godzilla, and I'm very happy for this. I will admit, though, that if I did have one critique, it'd probably be like the abrupt color change, but it's so minor. It's more of a nitpick. But that's kind of it. That's all I really have in terms of problems. His teeth are individually sculpted and painted. His eyes are like very cutesy. And just holding this thing in your hands just feels like a surreal experience. It feels so, I don't know. Holding a Funko Pop, especially like this detailed, Feels really cute. Feels like you're holding like a little creature, which in this sense you are. It's Godzilla. He's a creature. So take that for what you will. And for number one, you already guessed it. You've already seen it. The Godzilla with heat ray. Our heat ray Godzilla. And oh my gosh. When I first got this guy, I was blown away. His weight is very solid. In fact, I think he's a bit heavier than the original. Um, he has some really good paint. I love the paint on the tongue. How it's a bit darker than compared to the eyes and the jawline, the gums, and especially the dorsal fins. One thing that I've heard many people point out is they don't like the size of the dorsal plates compared to the original. And while it is true that the original's dorsal fins are a bit bigger than the heat rays, it's only just to fit in the box because think about how small Funko Pop boxes are versus how much they had to store with this. I don't think they could have made the dorsal fins any bigger without trying to rearrange the tray size and everything. So they had to condense it all in. But I mean, at least the dorsal fins still look like the dorsal fins. Like this dorsal spine looks a lot like this dorsal spine. Eh, they're touching. Um, Also, the beam effect looks amazing. Kind of looks like a plasma fireball. Although it's not, it's a heat ray, atomic breath. So you can just go to town on anything you wish. Say if you have like little pop characters. I'm not too familiar with Funko Pops. I know they come like a variety of different sizes from different brands and whatnot. But say you have like a bunch of pocket pops and you just want to whoosh on all of them, you can do that. So that wraps this whole thing up. I am gonna say that it is kind of jarring seeing the fact that they did 3 Kongs, 2 Godzillas, and 1 Mecha Godzilla. But I think this was only done because here's what I think. They had these 3 Kongs, and their intent was to make a 3rd Godzilla, but they were like, but wait, we need to fill some space in for Mecha Godzilla. We don't want to make the line too big. So they ended up canning that 3rd figure and putting Mecha Godzilla instead. And plus, he's kind of a 3rd Godzilla, although he's not really. He's a Godzilla duplicate. So 3 Godzillas, 3 Kongs, although there's only 2. You get what I'm trying to say. So I guess Funko's trying to say that this is a 3rd Godzilla. But yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys like this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe to the channel, watch my other Funko Pop Godzilla vs. Kong videos, and more. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.